Welcome everyone and thank you for joining our CFE info session. We are so happy in 2022 to explain to you the process of studying for the CFE either online or face-to-face and getting the certification in less than 4 days a week or 4 weeks a month. So first, let me explain to you why everyone is looking for the certificate, why the demand is huge. Every time I say, this class is going to be our largest class, we have 70, 100 delegates, I discover the next class we are having more. And why every day I get so many calls, so many registrations, so many organizations are sending their staff? Because of the value. CFE is the golden standard in fraud examination. If you would like to have the highest level of achievement as fraud examiner, as internal auditor handling issues related to fraud, as compliance professional, as controller, as accounting dealing with issue inside your division related to fraud, working as a financial manager, or you are conducting any kind of consulting related to fraud, anti-corruption, bribery, this is the golden standard that you need to earn. Not only because it's a very well-known certificate, but also if you have the certificate globally, your compensation will be up around 34%. In the Middle East, you may get the double the salary that you will earn. So because of the value of the certificate and because what the certificate can present to your employer, to your client when you are dealing with, there's a huge demand for this certificate. Now, when we are speaking about CFE, we spend the whole time in the class explaining the main concepts related to fraud. When we speak about fraud, always we are speaking about something called the fraud tree. What do we mean by the fraud tree? What are the categories of fraud? We have the first category, corruption. Then we have the asset misappropriation. Then we have fraudulent financial statement. So these are the different types of fraud that your organization will have. And we spend the whole time in the class explaining to you what are these different schemes, how they will happen, what kind of controls we need to implement in place, either preventive control or deductive control. In case fraud happen in these divisions or these areas, what we are going to do to investigate them, how are we going to respond to fraud, how are we going to implement the proper compliance program, ethics program, so we can avoid them. And this is our main focus. We address every single fraud can happen in operation related to cash, related to inventory, to consumer, either in the banking sector or insurance or in healthcare or in retail, in IT, cybersecurity. All these issues are covered in the certificate. If you are planning to study for the certificate on your own, there are so many materials and concepts that you need to understand on your own. What we do, we make it easier for you to focus on this concept and pass the exam easy. So ACFE, they launched the report to the nation, and they say why it's important for us to actually learn about fraud examination, because 5% of the revenue of organization is going to fraud. And unfortunately, so many organizations, and especially in Middle East, they invest so much money on marketing and they do so much training for their staff in the sales department, especially in the banking sector, and they forget to train their staff who are working in the fraud department. And at the end, all the money that these guys in sales, they generate, the money is gone to fraud. So how can we make sure that we train our staff to be able to have the proper knowledge so we can stop this 5% of fraud happening related to our revenue? Also, when we look at the cases, not all the cases are only related to someone actually doing asset misappropriation, stealing our cash or inventory. They discover the most common scheme is actually corruption. Corruption is getting worse. Why? Because there are individuals inside the organization doing collusion, or individuals outside the organization working with individuals inside your organization. They are bribing them and they are breaking the control. Sometimes the culture inside your organization can eat strategy for breakfast. So these are the issues that we need to address. We need to look at the different kind of fraud schemes that can happen. And they say one of the best way for us to be able to create this awareness is by doing fraud awareness training. If your organization is creating fraud awareness training for all their staff, all their frontline managers, or their frontline employees, and for their board of directors, for their executive management, that will help everyone understand what are the kind of fraud that can happen, how they need to report it inside the organization, and understand how they need to implement the proper hotline reporting. So in that way, someone can report the cases of fraud. They discovered if you have the fraud awareness, you have the proper reporting hotline, plus you have code of conduct where you are telling everyone what is expected from them, and you have a fraud policy so they understand if they violated and they do fraud, there is going to be punishment and there's going to be investigation. This will reduce fraud significantly. In some organization, more than 50%. So it's not only about having the skills as a certified fraud examiner to conduct the investigation after. What's the benefit of all this fraud if we conduct the investigation and we deal with it after? We need to implement the proper system in place to create the right culture and to have the right controls so we can prevent fraud from happening. Now, what we teach in the CFE? In the CFE, we focus on not only fraud, but we focus on investigation. The meaning, when you are dealing with a fraud case, how can you do the investigation in the proper way? How can you collect the information in the proper way? How can you analyze the information in the proper way? Conduct the interview. And at the same time, we deal with issues related to law. What are the laws related to fraud? How can we deal with a criminal case, with a civil case? How can we testify in court if needed? How can we collect the evidence in the proper legal way so we can present them to court? How can we write the fraud examination report? So we are not going to only focus on the fraud schemes and explain how they will happen inside the organization and what we need to prevent them, but also we are going to address the investigation side of it. We are going to address the law side of it. This is why certified fraud examiners are very important to be part of the investigation team. Organizations usually, they have a fraud committee or they have fraud examination or investigation team. And certified fraud examiners are part of this team because they will help guide this team to understand how we need to conduct the interview, how we need to actually collect this evidence, how we need to be able to get the admission from the suspect, and these skills that you are going to earn. Earning the CFE is not only about studying some material and passing the exam, which is unfortunately so many delegates say, oh, I can study it on my own and I can pass the exam. It's about gaining the skills when you are going to handle real investigation and there are millions on stakes. Are you going to collect the evidence in the proper way? Are you going to document the evidence in the legal way so you can use them in court? Are you going to conduct the proper interview? Are you going to help the organization uncover the different schemes? Having the skills plus having the certificate is very essential for you to be able to carry out your duties as certified fraud examiners. Not only say, well, I remembered some stuff and I took the exam and I passed the exam and now I'm certified. So it's all about the skills that you are going to earn. And at the end, how can you help your organization implement the proper controls in place? So in case these fraudsters, they decide to do fraud again, we can catch them in advance or we catch them when they are doing it, not after the fact. Not later, we are going to investigate. So these are massive skills. The Association of Certified Fraud Examiners 31 years ago created based on it what we called the Fraud Examiner's Manual, which is 2,000 pages plus. So any of you are planning to spend the next 6 months studying these 2,000 pages plus, this is what I did when I decided to study for CFE. 2,000 plus pages that you need to go and study, which is a very interesting book to study and amazing reference. And I have one guy today, he told me he just bought it and he starts studying. I said, good luck, because it's a lot of information for you to understand on your own and handle. But this is what the certification is. The certification is actually 4 sections inside this fraud manual. One section is related to fraud prevention and deterrence. One section is related to financial transaction. One section related to fraud investigation, and one section related to legal elements of fraud. So there are 4 exams. Every exam is 100 multiple choice questions and true and false. You have 100 questions in 2 hours to take it. You can take it online or you can take it in Prometric Center. Of course, the exam is monitored if you are going to take it online. So there's going to be a camera. You need to make sure there's nobody sitting around you. Or you can go to a testing center, Prometric, and take the exam there. So there are 4 exams, everyone 100 questions, and you have 2 hours for them. So in total, they are like 8 hours, 400 questions. And you need to study the whole fraud manual for 2,000 pages plus for you to be able to pass the exam. So some individuals, they decide to go and do that. And I have a video, and you can watch this video, which is a very interesting video about called self-study methodology. If you decide to go and do self-study, which is going to cost you around $1,600, $1,700, you can go and pay for the membership, which is $200, approximately $195. You can pay for the exam fees, which is $450. You can pay for the fraud manual, $150, and for the practice questions, $1,060. You can pay for all that, and you can go home and spend 6 months reading it, practicing the questions, and taking the exam. But unfortunately, if you fail in the exam, you have to pay $100 to retake the exam. And you have 30 days to complete all the sections. So these are the restrictions that you have. So once you start, it's not like you have 6 months to take the exam. Once you start the first exam, you have only 30 days to complete all the exams. So this is the process if you want to do self-study. So like I said, what you can do if you are deciding to go with self-study option, which is some individuals, they like to do self-study. Myself, I did it self-study. I didn't take a course. It took me 6 months. So you can join the CFE as member. Then you can buy the CFE prep course rather than joining our course. And then you can pay for the exam, and then you can study and pass the exam on your own. So this is the first option. Like I said, it will cost you around $1,600, $1,700. It depends where you are living. Or the other option, if you would like to accelerate, to make the process faster. Sometimes individuals, they like to make the process faster. Sometimes they would like to do it slow. It's like when you want to lose weight, you can go to the gym and you can try to work out on your own, and you don't know if you are achieving results, you don't follow a diet, or you can hire a coach. The coach will guide you. The coach will set you on the right path. So you will be able to clear it, and you will be able to achieve results faster, and the results guaranteed. This is why when I went to the gym, I got a coach. The fitness coach told me the results guaranteed. Follow the plan and you will achieve your objective. And we have a plan for you. If you would like to join our virtual classes, we have the classes done over 4 weeks. So over 4 weeks, we will explain every subject for you during 1 week. Then you take the exam over the weekend. Then you study over 4 weeks. Then you take the exam over the weekend. So we start with the investigation. The next class is starting from May 8th to June 1st. But you don't have to wait. All the classes are recorded. The meaning, if you join now, you can start today. And you can prepare and study with us. And watch all the recorded video, practice all the questions. We send you the study material, and you'll be able to clear it with no issue. So our classes are 4 weeks. We start with the investigation. Our classes are in the evening, so they are convenient for you. And they are also recorded. So in case you can't attend them live, you can watch the recording. So we study the 3 days. Then over the weekend, you take the exam. Then next week, we study the financial transaction fraud schemes over 3 days during the week. Then over the weekend, you take the exam. Then we study the law related to fraud for 3 days. Then over the weekend, you take the exam. Then by June 1st, we finish and you take your final exam. So in that way, all our delegates in the class, they will be certified within 4 weeks. Someone may tell me, yeah, is this possible? This can be done? I am telling you, already we have more than 1,500 delegates, the largest globally. These are the largest group globally over the last 3 years who passed the exam with us using the same format, 100%. If you follow it, actually today, I'm celebrating the last day of my class. We have our batch for March. And today is our final session, which is going to start after 30 minutes. And they are so happy because all these delegates, they already passed investigation, financial law. Today, we are finishing the fraud prevention, and they are going to take the exam over the weekend. And you are going to see soon on LinkedIn that I'm posting all the photos of the delegates showing that they passed the exam in 4 weeks. So this can be done 100%, but also you don't have to wait. If you would like to take the exam sooner, you would like to take the exam tomorrow, you can take our recorded session and you can start studying and practicing and take the exam. Now, what if you would like to do it faster? I know individuals, they say, yeah, 4 weeks, I can't wait for 4 weeks. Well, we have the other options where you can take it over 4 days. Over 4 days, you can focus on the subjects and you can clear it within 4 days. And this is what we do. We do it over 4 days. So over 4 days, we will explain all the concepts related to investigation, related to financial and law. And this is the last one is prevention. It's not listed here. I think the page got cut. So these are over 4 days. Every day we study one subject, and then you take the exam for it over the in the evening. You say, yeah, no, wait. This is too much pressure for me. I am gonna study with you in the class from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Then I need to go review the material from 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. and then take the exam from 9 p.m. until 11 p.m. I say, my friends, this is not a difficult situation. Why? Because if you would like to join our class, which is 4 days, face to face or virtual, you can join this class in both ways. You can join it face to face or virtual. If you join it, we will give you in advance all the recording so you can practice. We give you all the questions in advance so you can practice. At the same time, over the last 7 years teaching the CFE, I have delivered more than 40 CFE exam review courses over 4 days, and we have more than 1,000 delegates. 100%, they passed the exam within 4 days. Not 4 weeks. 4 weeks, I have 1,500 over the last 3 years, because before we were not teaching virtual. But with this format, 4 days, we already have more than 1,000 delegates attended my class on Sunday. We used to start on Sunday. By Friday, they are certified. 1,000 delegates. And they were surprised how they were able to do it. If you put yourself under pressure and you study with us, whatever we tell you during the day, imagine I will tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When in the evening you are going to take the exam, you are going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So whatever I say, you are going to get the information still fresh in your mind. So you can clear it. Then you come to next day, the same thing, the information fresh in your mind, you clear it. By the end of the class, you already passed the exam, because I teach you, you don't need even to memorize them. They are still in your mind. You take the exam in the same day. This is currently a format. It's very effective. Like I said, over 7 years we've been doing it, but we stopped because of COVID. Now we are going to start again. The good news, we have a course happening in Qatar starting next week on Sunday. If you would like to join, we still have only 2 seats left. So this is the course that we are going to have in Qatar. And starting in March 20th to March 24th. This is going to happen in Qatar, Doha, with the Qatar Finance and Business Academy. And we are, if in case you can't join it, we are planning another class is going to happen in June or July. So contact me, let me know, and I can help you and guide you with that class. But at the same time, we have a class that's happening in Dubai. In case you are in Saudi Arabia or in other countries, in Africa, you would like to join our class, we have a class happening actually in March 28th to March 31st, which is 4 days. They are happening in Dubai. They are in Dubai, Arjan Rotana Media City. Very nice 5-star hotel, and we have limited number of 10 delegates. Already we have 6 registered, so we have 4 spots left. Because of COVID, we are having limit of how many delegates will attend, because we will give every delegate 1 table for himself, 2-meter distance. I will be wearing mask, everyone will be wearing masks. So in that way, we are trying to make sure, it's a COVID-free environment. So this is a very effective class if you would like to come over 4 days. But the good news, if you join our face-to-face classes, we will give you access free of charge to our online classes as well. So you'll get 2 in 1. You will get our online classes that we are going to have, plus you will get our face-to-face classes. Plus you will get the recording sessions. So you have 3. You have the recording session, you can watch them at any time. You can attend our live classes, and you can attend our face-to-face classes. And in case you would like to join our 4 days virtually, also the option is available. You can tell me, yeah, I'm not going to be able to come from Saudi, but I like the 4 days format, and I would like to join it over 4 days. And you get this package, you get this package with it, and you get the recording session. So you get the 3 packages together. Now, as for the pricing of this, you can reach to me, and I will tell you about the different prices with different packages. But for the virtual class, for this class that's happening in May, this is the current package that we have for it, in case you would like to join. The price usually is $4,000. Currently, we have a promotion for $1,997 plus VAT if you are in UAE, or plus the shipping cost of your material if you are outside UAE, depends on your location. But will be around, like with VAT or with shipping, around $2,100. So this will cover your annual membership, which is you have to pay anyway if you do self-study. It will cover your exam application fees. It will cover your CFE exam prep course. However, if you are already a CFE member, we will pay for your membership next year. If you already bought the CFE prep course, we will give you $400 discount and we upgrade you to the latest one. Also, we will give you the CFE exam review workbook. What is that workbook? This is the secret. If you are planning to take the exam, rather than going and studying these 2,000 plus pages that you are going to study and waste your time reading it over 4 months, with this package that you will get here, you will get what we call the CFE exam review workbook, which is 75 pages, not 2,000 pages. 75 pages highlighting the questions that are going to come 100% in the exam. This is not something I created. This is Association of Certified Fraud Examiner created and is not available for sale unless you attend the CFE course. And we are the official exclusive authorized trainer of ACFE in UAE, Saudi, Oman, and Qatar. So we are the only one that we can provide you with this secret. We call it the secret weapon because this will help you clear the exam with no issue. As long as you focus on the highlights in the book, we give you the book even highlighted. We don't tell you in the class this is important. We already highlighted for you that and we told you this is already important. So that book is very important. Plus the CFE exam prep course, which is the 1,500 practice questions. Plus you need the exam fees for you to apply for the exam. Plus you get these 2,000 pages as an online version for you as a reference. We give you access to the flashcard. You get certificate of 30 CBEs for attending the class, and you can actually attend our online live class. So it's 1,997 for the whole package. If you would like to join our online classes, that's happening from May 8 until June 1st. Now, the good news is the following. We have a very limited offer for the last 4 seats that we have in our Dubai class. That's going to happen March 28th to March 31st. And if you would like to join these classes, we are going to honor the same offer. You pay for the same package for the online classes. You will get the face-to-face classes that we have in Dubai, plus the virtual classes we have in May, plus you get the recorded session. So if you would like to register for our face-to-face course happen in Dubai, let me know and we can offer you this special package. This special package is not available currently on our website, or if you register normally. You need to tell me I attended the webinar and we can honor you the same package, which is you pay for this, for everything. Of course, this is including breakfast, lunch, coffee break, and attending the class face-to-face and the virtual class. So this is for the offer for the class that's happening in March only, not for future classes. So if you want to attend future classes, face-to-face is going to be $3,000 minimum. So this offer only for the next class, March 28th to March 31st. So when you are going to join our class, what we will give you the CFE prep course, which is what you need to do to practice the 1,500 questions. So on top of our classes, attending the class, getting the book highlighted with the most important concept in the exam, you need to practice the questions. And I get so many questions. Iyad, this is around $1,000 for us to buy it. Do we get it free of charge in the class? Yes. As a part of the package, we will give you this free of charge during the class. And someone will say, Iyad, is it really necessary? Do you think if I only study and watch your video, do you think I will pass the exam? The answer is no, because it's very important for you to practice the questions around 350 for every section, so you understand the most important concept before taking the exam. So it's essential for you to have this CFE prep course and to practice all the questions before taking the exam. Plus, like I say, we will give you this book, this is the CFE study guide highlighting the most important questions in the exam. And these questions are very important to help you understand the concept and pass the exam. So my suggestion, if you are planning to become certified fraud examiner, you need to get all these tools with you, so you'll be able to prepare and you'll be able to get ready for you to be able to pass the CFE exam. We are so happy with all the feedback that we got from our students. Our students, they give us amazing feedback of our classes that we have conducted. We have done so many CFE classes, and this is the feedback that we got. It's related to how the class went and related to me teaching the class. And their amazing feedback, how excellent the class, how they benefited. from career side, they understood the skills of doing fraud examination, plus they were able to earn the certificate and clear the exam with a very easy way. My style of teaching is like the session that you are watching right now. Very practical, up to the point. I deliver the message and I let you move on. I'm not gonna sit and talk and wonder and sleep. You are gonna have the energy, you are gonna have the focus, and you are gonna have the determination to get the certification. I always, when I try to get a fitness coach, I will get someone who is motivating me to exercise. Not someone who is amazing as a fitness coach, but he's like, okay, do it. Okay, you can't. It's okay, fine. No, you need someone to push you at the end of the day for you to achieve your goals. And we are so happy with our students who clear the exams with us online. These are photo of all the students who took the classes with us and they passed with our virtual class. So I hope that you will make the right decision by joining us either virtually, face to face, or if you would like to do self-study also, you can watch my video self-study methodology on YouTube and you can do it on your own. But the best option, the fastest option, the most easiest option is to have a coach who can guide you, help you so you can clear the exam with no issue. And the advantage of taking the class with us is you have 60 days to clear the exam, not 30 days if you do it on your own. And in case you fail the exam, you have to pay only $50 to retake the exam. Compare if you are going to go study on your own, you fail the exam, you have to pay $100 and you have 30 days to clear the exam. So we give you so many advantages and privileges during our class for you to be able to take the exam much easier, faster, and cheaper. This is what we have been doing for the last 8 years with the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners. And we are so happy to have in total more than 2,500 delegates pass the CFE exam with us. So if you would like to be our students, if you'd like to join our classes, I'm more than happy to assess you. You can go to openthinking.ae. You can enroll in our upcoming classes, and hopefully we will help you on your journey to become certified fraud examiners. Thank you very much.